devices for the duration of the ceremony. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand for the playing of our national anthem and remain standing for the invocation given by Chaplain Scott Ingram.
Let us pray. Almighty God, before Joshua ever crossed the Jordan, you spoke to him 3 words that have steadied every soldier since. Be strong and courageous. You did not say be strong and courageous because the road ahead is easy. You said it because the road ahead was new, and new has never been the same as easy. Today we honor soldiers who answered that call. They were strong when the mission demanded it. They were courageous when the outcome was uncertain, and they were faithful to this nation, to the Army, and to the families who carried the weight of service alongside them. Now they stand at their own Jordan, a crossing from one life into another, and the promise you made to Joshua, we claim for them today. I will not leave you nor forsake you, not in uniform, not out of it, not ever. So go with these soldiers, Lord. Go with their families. Where they have been broken, bring healing. Where they were anxious about what comes next, bring peace. And where they wonder whether their best days are behind them, remind them that you are the God who is ahead of them, already preparing the ground they have not yet walked. We send them from this formation with honor, with gratitude, and with the full confidence that the same God who called them to serve will not stop now. In your mighty name we pray. Amen.
Please be seated. Good morning, ladies, gentlemen, and distinguished guests. On behalf of Major General Jason Curl, Commander of the Joint Readiness Training Center in Fort Polk, as well as the Installation Post Command Sergeant Major Horacio Pena, welcome to the Fort Polk March Retirement Ceremony. Today, we bid farewell to these exceptional soldiers who retire after many years of faithful service to the United States of America. We also recognize their families who have earned appreciation for their own faithful, unselfish, and devoted service. As a token of gratitude, each spouse will receive a flower from AUSA, a certificate of appreciation from the Chief of Staff of the Army, and a letter of appreciation from Major General Curl. Guests accompanying our retirees will receive an American flag lapel pin from Geico. Joint Readiness Training Center in Fort Polk is hosting our retirement ceremony, and Colonel David Awanu, Deputy Commander of 32nd Hospital Center, is our guest speaker and presenter of awards. Ladies and gentlemen, please turn your attention to the screen as we take a brief walk down memory lane with a special video tribute honoring our retirees. ladies and gentlemen, Colonel Owano.
Good morning, Major General Curl, Command Sergeant Major Pena, fellow commanders, Command Sergeant Major, leaders, distinguished guests, families, and most importantly, our retirees. Your presence here is a powerful testament to the respect and admiration we all share for the soldiers we honor today. A special and heartfelt acknowledgement goes to the families of our honorees. Military service is a team effort, and your collective love, resilience, and unwavering support have been the bedrock of these successful careers. Thank you for your enduring patience, your many sacrifices, and for sharing your soldiers with a grateful nation. There's something special about a retirement ceremony. It's a time for reflection, gratitude, and celebration. It's a moment where we pause as a profession and as a community to recognize what it means to serve. Not everyone chooses the path. A small percentage of Americans raise their right hand and volunteer to defend the nation. An even smaller percentage stay the course long enough to retire. That alone speaks volumes about those we honor today. We celebrate their combined legacy of unwavering commitment, profound leadership, and immense sacrifice. And none of that happened alone. Every long day and longer nights, those moments that we shared were shared with teammates, with leaders, and most importantly, with families. Not every story is the same, not every journey look alike, but there is a bond among those who have served, a connection that is difficult to explain, but instantly understood. And along the way, we've all made sacrifices and shouldered the burden of leadership. Time away from loved ones, missed milestones, the constant churn of leading new people, molding them to a highly efficient, cohesive team, creating lifelong bonds, and inevitably, their goodbyes. And as years go by, you've earned your scars, some physical and some unseen. But despite all that, you stayed. You stayed because you found something bigger than yourselves. You found purpose. And today we recognize the purpose to the careers and their lessons learned. Chief Warrant Officer Miguel Santiago, a UH-60 medevac pilot, dedicated his career to saving lives and leading soldiers from the cockpit and beyond. He emphasized that taking care of soldiers ensures mission success, a principle he lived every day. For him, any person can be put in a leadership position, but your soldiers make you a leader. As long as you take care of all NCOs and soldiers and make their welfare the top priority, the mission will take care of itself. The NCO Corps and soldiers are truly the backbone of the Army in every mission. His advice: we can only fail if you quit. As long as you are disciplined, do what you are told and never quit. 20 years will go by fast. I'd rather sacrifice 20 years than do an 8-to-5 job for 30 to 4 years outside the military. The skills, friendships, and discipline you learn in the Army will not be acquired anywhere else. Plus, you get to have free money for only 20 years of your life. That's a true life hack. His legacy of leadership and care endures as he transitions to time with his family and continues his faith-based service. Command Sergeant Major Paul Matt Lopez served 24 years as a medic and a senior listed leader, including deployments to Afghanistan and Iraq. He described the Army as a full contact team sport, a reminder that none of us succeed alone. To him, the best thing about the Army is that sense of a shared purpose, service, and sacrifice to something greater than individual. The worst thing about being in the Army is that it has to come to an end at some point. By the end of his storied career, there will be a start of a new one. Soon his son Lane will be joining the military to follow his father's footsteps. Command Sergeant Major Lopez's advice to his son: don't wait until you're 30 to go to airborne school. Get in from the start. As he retires to Texas, he leaves behind a legacy of leadership, humility, and honor. First Sergeant Aurelio gave 25 years of service, leading soldiers through multiple combat deployments. His career reflects both pride and responsibility to care for the soldiers and bring them home. Over the years, he met different leaders, enlisted officers, that shaped who he is and passed that knowledge to other incoming leaders. His advice: you can accomplish anything you want when you put your mind in the right place. Go see the world, challenge yourself, and all those experiences will make you a better leader. And lastly, be able to make friends. Even in retirement, First Sergeant Aurelio will continue his service to protect our nation as a Border Patrol agent. His commitment to the nation endures. Master Sergeant Robert Gailey, He served at the headquarters JRTC G3 Sergeant Major. He built a career grounded in leadership and discipline. His lesson, do the right thing when it's easy, so it becomes second nature when it's not. For his son, don't do anything halfway. Join the Army, volunteer for infantry, airborne, and Ranger Regiment. To his daughters, join the Space Force of the Coast Guard. As he transitions to civilian life, he plans to support the mission with Valiant, where his impact will continue to carry forward. Master Sergeant Kingdom served 30 years as a senior human resources NCOIC, taking care of soldiers behind the scenes and ensuring the force remained ready. In her profession, she always put the soldiers first. Each day, she arrived at least 10 minutes early and helped her soldiers become more marketable with pursuing civilian and military education, preparing for the boards, and always keeping that last copy of documents with your name on it. Her advice, do what she did. Join, make the best of your time, and retire. There will be trying times. There will be times to hurry up and wait. So eat your MREs, enjoy the camaraderie of people from all walks of life, because if it ain't raining, it ain't training. With plans to travel and embrace the next chapter, she carries forward a career built on mentorship and discipline. Sergeant First Class Jason Hernandez, an airborne infantryman in task force operations, served over 2 decades with a deep sense of purpose and sacrifice. From leading soldiers in combat to building a life with his family, his story reflects humility, faith, and commitment. The best thing he remembered about the Army was belonging to a group of strangers who became his brothers, getting better, stronger every day, sacrificing for a united purpose. To his family, he wanted to say that he loves you. It's a parent's job to do the best they can for their children. However, if you want to grow, you have to do hard things, take on the challenges that are frightening, overcome something you are truly afraid of, be willing to make sacrifices. As you may know, he still gets nervous climbing up ladders, but he's jumped out of many a plane with people he didn't know flying, checking his gear, packing his chute. It has been an amazing journey to be a soldier with the greatest achievement being a leader. His advice, if you decide to join the military, pick a job you won't regret. When he first joined and going through the military entrance processing unit station called the BEPS, his officer asked him 2 simple questions: inside or outside, gun or radio? And that led to the airborne infantry at Fort Polk, Louisiana in 2004, 22 years ago. As he continues serving his community, church, and working on his farm, his mission continues in a new way. Sergeant First Class Zane T. Platt, a unit supply specialist and observer control trainer, served 23 years of multiple deployments to Afghanistan and Iraq. He is known for a straightforward leadership style and a sense of humor. When asked, what was the best thing he remembers in the Army? He answered, walking on Command Sergeant Major's grass. Okay, so what's the worst thing you remember? Getting caught by Command Sergeant Major for walking on his grass. His lesson, have fun, see the world, but always prioritize education over partying. Don't be scared to pick up a new skill. Take advantage of opportunities that the military has to offer. Take the most direct path, even if it means crossing Command Sergeant Major's grass. As you can tell, his energy reflects a career grounded in clarity and experience. As he transitions to his next chapter, he carries forward a legacy of service and perspective. Sergeant First Class Darren Purcell served more than 22 years as a senior human resources professional with multiple deployments across Iraq, Afghanistan, Kuwait, and Romania. He built a legacy centered on pride and belonging. His greatest memory was leading soldiers through the first deployment, guiding soldiers to rely on each other, building dynamic teams, regardless of the job, whether it be in garrison or in combat. His advice, especially to the next generation, if you don't have a plan and you hadn't figured it out, join the military, because the Army will figure it out for you. It is a great place to receive life lessons. The positive impact of those he served will live on as he transitions to civilian life. As you listen to all their stories and all their advice, you begin to see a common thread. Different jobs, different paths, different reasons for joining, but the same purpose. A purpose rooted in service. A calling is something beyond self. Each of you made a difference in the lives of soldiers you led, the families you supported, and the teammates who stood beside you. And in doing so, you built a legacy that lasts far beyond today. To the families, thank you. You carried the weight of service alongside your soldier. You endured the long days and the uncertainty and the sacrifice that come in this life. And today's recognition belongs to you as well. To those unable to attend, you shaped our retirees' hearts and remain alive in their memories and their stories. To all those who served and continue to serve today, you answered the call. You stayed the course. You found the purpose, and you lived it. For those who are trying today, as you move into your next chapter, know this: you always be part of the Army. Because for 250 years, the Army, our Army, has endured because of individuals like yourself. Your identity as leaders and patriots will remain permanent. As veterans, I'm confident each of you will continue to carry it forward. So this I say to you: thank you for your sacrifices, for sharing your successes, your tribulations, your growth. Thank you for your support, your mentorship, your friendship, and your camaraderie. Thank you for a lifetime of adventures. Thank you for being there when it really counted. Thank you for having the intestinal fortitude to stand up for what you believe in, for taking the hard right and not the easy left, for creating a path for generations to follow. Thank you for being human. Thank you for being you. Because at the end of it all, after all that is said and done, we all like to thank you for your service. On behalf of the entire Army and the grateful nation, we extend our deepest gratitude. Your contributions in defense of the United States of America are greatly appreciated. May your futures be filled with health, happiness, and new adventures.
Colonel Awanu and First Sergeant Samuel Garcia are now taking their positions to present our retiring soldiers and families their awards for years of faithful service. And our March retirees are Chief Warrant Officer 3, Miguel Santiago. Chief Warrant Officer 3, Miguel Santiago, ends his 20-year military career with a record of excellence in service to the United States Army, a superb warrant officer. His bold leadership skills and innovative techniques made a huge impact on mission accomplishment. Chief Warrant Officer 3, Miguel Santiago, Headquarters and Headquarters Company, 3rd Mobile Brigade Combat Team, 10th Mountain Division, is hereby awarded the Meritorious Service Medal, culminating in his service as a Black Hawk medevac pilot. He also receives a Certificate of Appreciation signed by the Secretary of the Army, Chief of Staff of the Army, Sergeant Major of the Army, a Certificate of Retirement signed by the Chief of Staff of the Army, and a retiree lapel pin. His wife, Miss Yamilka Cruz, receives a Certificate of Appreciation from the Chief of Staff of the Army, a letter of appreciation from Major General Curl, and a flower. His daughter, Mia Santiago, and mother, Miss Nelita Soto, also accompany him. After retirement, Chief Warrant Officer Santiago plans to settle in DeRidder, Louisiana. He intends to spend the first 1 to 2 years enjoying a simpler life, focusing on hunting, fishing, and raising chickens. During this time, he will also continue his theological studies to prepare himself for his calling, to spread the gospel of Jesus Christ to the nations. Chief Warrant Officer Santiago is now being presented his United States retirement flag from his wife, Miss Yamilka Cruz. Our nation proudly honors Chief Warrant Officer 3, Miguel Santiago Fowler and family, United States Army, retired. Command Sergeant Major Paul Lopez. Command Sergeant Major Paul Lopez ends his 24-year military career with a record of excellence in service to the United States Army, a superb non-commissioned officer. His bold leadership skills and innovative techniques made a huge impact on mission accomplishment. Sergeant Major Paul Lopez, 32nd Hospital Center, 1st Medical Brigade, is hereby awarded the Meritorious Service Medal, culminating his service as a medic. He also receives a Certificate of Appreciation signed by the Secretary of the Army, Chief of Staff of the Army, and Sergeant Major of the Army, a Certificate of Retirement signed by the Chief of Staff of the Army, and a retiree lapel pin. His wife, Miss Natalie Lopez, receives a Certificate of Appreciation from the Chief of Staff of the Army, a letter of appreciation from Major General Curl, and a flower. His son, Lane Lopez, also accompanies him. After retirement, Command Sergeant Major Lopez plans to retire in Texas, where he looks forward to dedicating his time to perfecting the ultimate Batman suit and completing his dream Batcave. Command Sergeant Major Lopez is now being presented his United States retirement flag from his son, Lane Lopez. Our nation proudly honors Command Sergeant Major Paul Lopez and family, United States Army, retired. First Sergeant Arturo Ariano, Jr. First Sergeant Arturo Ariano ends his 25-year military career with a record of excellence in service to the United States Army, a superb non-commissioned officer. His bold leadership skills and innovative techniques made a huge impact on mission accomplishment. First Sergeant Arturo Ariano, 2nd Battalion, 30th Infantry Regiment, 3rd Mobile Brigade Combat Team, 10th Mountain Division, is hereby awarded the Meritorious Service Medal for culminating his service as an infantryman. He also receives a Certificate of Appreciation signed by the Secretary of the Army, Chief of Staff of the Army, and Sergeant Major of the Army, a Certificate of Retirement signed by the Chief of Staff of the Army, and a retiree lapel pin, culminating his service as a First Sergeant. His wife, Miss Elvira Ariano, receives a Certificate of Appreciation from the Chief of Staff of the Army, a letter of appreciation from Major General Curl, and a flower. His children, Arturo, Josie, and Madison, also accompany him. After retirement, First Sergeant Ariano says he plans to move to Brownsville, Texas, and become a Border Patrol agent. First Sergeant Ariano is now being presented his United States retirement flag from his wife, Miss Elvira Ariano. Our nation proudly honors First Sergeant Arturo Ariano, family, United States Army, retired. Master Sergeant Robert Gailey, Jr. Master Sergeant Robert Gailey, Jr. ends his 20-year military career with a record of excellence in service to the United States Army, a superb non-commissioned officer. His bold leadership skills and innovative techniques made a huge impact on mission accomplishment. Master Sergeant Gailey, 1st Battalion, 5th Aviation Regiment, Joint Readiness Training Center, is hereby awarded the Meritorious Service Medal, culminating his service as a G3 Sergeant Major. He also receives a Certificate of Appreciation signed by the Secretary of the Army, Chief of Staff of the Army, and Sergeant Major of the Army, a Certificate of Retirement signed by the Chief of Staff of the Army, and a retiree lapel pin. His wife, Miss Tiffany Gailey, receives a Certificate of Appreciation from the Chief of Staff of the Army, a letter of appreciation from Major General Curl, and a flower. His children, Rand, Mina, Millie, his father, Bob, and brother, Greg, also accompany him. After retirement, Master Sergeant Gailey says he will be staying local, working for Valiant in support of the Joint Readiness Training Center in Fort Polk. Master Sergeant Gailey is now being presented his United States retirement flag from his wife, Miss Tiffany Gailey. Our nation proudly honors Master Sergeant Robert Gailey, Jr. and family, United States Army, retired. Master Sergeant Wilnesio Kingdom. Master Sergeant Kingdom ends her 30-year military career with a record of excellence in service to the United States Army, a superb non-commissioned officer. Her bold leadership skills and innovative techniques made a huge impact on mission accomplishment. Master Sergeant Kingdom, 412th Theater Command, Vicksburg, Mississippi, is hereby awarded the Meritorious Service Medal, culminating her service as a Senior Human Resources NCOIC. She also receives a Certificate of Appreciation signed by the Secretary of the Army, Chief of Staff of the Army, and Sergeant Major of the Army, a Certificate of Retirement signed by the Chief of Staff of the Army, and a retiree lapel pin. Her mother, Miss Annie Cartledge, also accompanies her. After retirement, Master Sergeant Kingdom shared her exciting plans to embrace a new chapter of adventure. Having purchased a travel trailer and a Ford F-350, she is ready to embark on a journey of exploration and discovery, taking life 1 mile at a time and figuring out the rest along the way. We wish her all the best in the well-deserved and exciting new chapter of her life. Master Sergeant Kingdom is now being presented her United States retirement flag from her mother, Miss Annie Cartledge. Our nation proudly honors Master Sergeant Kingdom and family, United States Army, retired. Sergeant First Class Jason Hernandez. Sergeant First Class Jason Hernandez ends his 22-year military career with a record of excellence in service to the United States Army, a superb non-commissioned officer. His bold leadership skills and innovative techniques made a huge impact on mission accomplishment. Jason Hernandez, Operations Group, Joint Readiness Training Center, is hereby awarded the Meritorious Service Medal, culminating his service as a Task Force Operations Airborne Infantryman. He also receives a Certificate of Appreciation signed by the Secretary of the Army, Chief of Staff of the Army, and Sergeant Major of the Army, a Certificate of Retirement signed by the Chief of Staff of the Army, and a retiree lapel pin. His wife, Ms. Heidi Hernandez, receives a Certificate of Appreciation from the Chief of Staff of the Army, a letter of appreciation from Major General Curl, and a flower. His daughters, Camille, Ariel, Karina, sons Levi and Isaac, also accompany him. After retirement, Sergeant First Class Hernandez plans to continue serving Fort Polk by working with Valiant in support of the United States Army. His family will remain in Simpson, Louisiana, at their beloved farm and homestead, affectionately known as the Blue House on the Hill, Reflecting on his career, Sergeant First Class Hernandez shares, God has truly blessed me with the opportunity to serve my country, support my peers and soldiers, and provide for my family along the way. As I transition into this next chapter, my focus will shift to nurturing my family, deepening our faith, and growing our farm. Sergeant First Class Hernandez is now being presented his United States retirement flag from his wife, Miss Heidi Hernandez. Our nation proudly honors Sergeant First Class Jason Hernandez and family, United States Army, retired. Sergeant First Class Zane Platt. Sergeant First Class Zane Platt ends his 20-year military career with a record of excellence in service to the United States Army, a superb non-commissioned officer. His bold leadership skills and innovative techniques made a huge impact on mission accomplishment. Sergeant First Class Zane Platt, Operations Group, Joint Readiness Training Center, is hereby awarded the Meritorious Service Medal, culminating in his service as an observer, coach, trainer, and unit supply. He also receives a Certificate of Appreciation signed by the Secretary of the Army, Chief of Staff of the Army, and Sergeant Major of the Army, a Certificate of Retirement signed by the Chief of Staff of the Army, and a retiree lapel pin. His wife, Ms. Shoko Platt, receives a Certificate of Appreciation from the Chief of Staff of the Army, a letter of appreciation from Major General Curl, and a flower. His daughter Yuri also accompanies him. After retirement, Sergeant First Class Platt wants to find a good bridge to live under and fish. Sergeant First Class Platt is now being presented his United States retirement flag from Miss Shoko Platt. Our nation proudly honors Sergeant First Class Zane Platt and family, United States Army, retired. Sergeant First Class Darren Purcell. Sergeant First Class Darren Purcell ends his 22-year military career with a record of excellence in service to the United States Army, a superb non-commissioned officer. His bold leadership skills and innovative techniques made a huge impact on mission accomplishment. Sergeant First Class Darren Purcell, 2nd Battalion, 2nd Infantry Regiment, 3rd Mobile Brigade Combat Team, 10th Mountain Division, is hereby awarded the Meritorious Service Medal, culminating his service as a senior human resource professional. He also receives a Certificate of Appreciation signed by the Secretary of the Army, Chief of Staff of the Army, and Sergeant Major of the Army, a Certificate of Retirement signed by the Chief of Staff of the Army, and a retiree lapel pin. On behalf of his wife, his mother will receive a flower. His family also accompanies him. Sergeant First Class retired Wayne Godfrey, George Paulwell Jr. and Sr., Maxine Hendricks, and Liddell Bowman. After retirement, Sergeant First Class Purcell says he plans to attend seminary school to become a chaplain for Veteran Affairs. Sergeant First Class Purcell is now being presented his United States retirement flag from his mentor, Sergeant First Class, retired, Wayne Godfrey. Our nation proudly honors Sergeant First Class Darren Purcell and family, United States Army, retired. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand and give our retirees another round of applause. And please remain standing for the playing of the retirement medley and Army song. Please remain standing for the playing of the retirement medley and the Army song. The words are printed in your program. Ladies and gentlemen, please follow Major General Curl and command teams in wishing our retiree and their families farewell. There are refreshments in Ballroom 3, so please join our honorees there and have a great day. Fort Polk first.